So I'm starting by priming my face with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturiser, and then I'm going in with my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 2, and I'm just popping that all over my eyelids. I'm then going in with the shade Intrigue by Illamasqua, which is a white blush just to kind of pop in my inner corners and underneath my brow bone. And then I'm using this beautiful blue by Cryolon in the shade SP77, and I'm using just a little kind of brush to kind of carve out my natural crease, and then a little brush to diffuse the edges. The next thing that I'm going to go in with is my Bright Lights palette by Pinky Rose. It was Mimima Mitchell that showed me this when I went to do some training with him. And I'm using the shade Cloud, and then I go in with the shade Glitz just to kind of pack that all over the lid and just to kind of diffuse them together. But it's a really, really beautiful blue, and I love this palette, so highly recommended. And then just going in and just kind of going over everything just to kind of make sure that they're intense. And then using a NYX liquid eyeliner just to kind of go along the lash line for some definition. And then of course I'm going to go in with one of my favourite mascaras, which is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, before I go in with my Tatti lashes in TL4. These are amazing lashes, they really do add volume. And I'm just cleansing everything with my Garnier Micellar water just to kind of make sure that everything's clean. And then I'm going to go underneath my eyes with my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. And then I'm just kind of repeating the process that I did above, and I'm doing that below. I'm going to go in with my Perversion eyeliner by Urban Decay just to kind of really give that some kind of black smoky eyes. I'm going in my waterline and then using a brush to diffuse the edges so that it all blends well together. And then I'm just going back in with the blue and repeating the process from the Cryolon one and the Pinky Rose. I'm then going in with my Laura Mercier Illuminating Primer, and I'm going to go on with my foundation. This is the Touch Eclat YSL in B40, and my Skin Base in 8.5 by Illamasqua. And I'm using my Real Techniques blending, oh my god, my beauty blender to blend everything in, and then my mini beauty blender for underneath the eyes. The next thing I'm going to do is go back in with the eyeliner, back in with the blue, just to kind of make sure that everything's still there, and just to kind of build up the pigment. Then I'm just going obviously back in with the blue from the Pinky Rose palette, and then back in with the white from Illamasqua, just to make sure that everything's still there and intense. I then go on to a little bit of the Becca Moonstone highlighter, and then I'm using the MAC Dark Tan to just bronze up my skin. I do love this bronzer, it's really, really nice, just making sure I do everywhere, just to make sure that I'm all blended together. And then I'm using my Daniel Sandler, this is the liquid blush, it's so, so beautiful in the shade pink, just to warm up my skin a little bit, and I use my beauty blender for that. I'm then going in with my Milani in shade Illuminoso. This is the blush. It's definitely one of my favourites before I go in and carve my brows out with the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade in shade Medium Brown. Because I have quite dark eyes, I definitely wanted to go for a darker brow than I normally would. Because if I went for something too light, it wouldn't have worked. So I'm just going ahead and do my brows. Just going ahead and do my other one. And just carving that out. And then I decided it needed a little bit of a more blue, so I went in with the blue from the Urban Decay Electric palette and just kind of went over kind of all the edges with everything, and it just really intensified the colour. And then I go in with my boho brows and a Primark spray just to kind of pop that soap through the brows. And then I go in with my Spice lip liner by MAC, and then I'm going to use my Too Faced Colour Bomb lipstick in the shade Never Enough Nude. So this is one of my favourite ones, and I just actually used my spatula for that because it's running out. And then I go in with my Hourglass palette. This just kind of softens and diffuses everything together before going on with my favourite highlighter, which is the Doll Beauty in Like a Diamond. And then I decided to go in with some glitter from Shine Shack in the shade Pegasus. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little video. Second